show you some odds and ends there.
So we're building the transmission.
Well, you gotta, yeah, I'm gonna show you how to put it on. I'm gonna show you how to put it together. And might talk about cranks a little bit too, I don't know yet. But of course, I gotta clean the cases and put the bearings in it. We'll put new bearings in it before we put it together. But I wanted to show you how to put a transmission in the bottom end today. We're gonna do that today. But first, we're gonna get the fenders on this thing.
Oh yeah.
You can do all that, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you can look here and copy and.
Yeah, I can figure it out. Airbox. Can you paint it everything?
Yeah, I just wanted it black because of the frame, you know. Remember the white number makes the lawn.
Yeah, that'll look sharp.
This one's good, ready to go, and this one here I gotta do some work on this one. I want 250 cc's. Good, you. You have to make sure the bleeders are working good before you put the caps back on. And here's everything that's in them. Just drop it down in. Now the spring. And now this. And then the O-ring. Clean up as far as it'll go. Oh yeah, yep. And then this that way. Flip it around. There you go. And then we'll have to tighten that. Okay, now make them bigger than the screw so we can adjust it, you know, left to right, okay? These are 8s. That, and then it goes like this. And then you're going to put that, and then we're going to put those. If we don't have any locking nuts, I want Loctite.
I'm going to be putting on handlebars. Handlebars! Get crazy like you.
You have to just eye it up, and then of course you'll have to tailor it to fit yourself.
Yeah.
How I like my bars, and evidently you didn't change them, so you must like them the same way. I like them straight across. Before we practice on the transmission, I want to just basically give you some information on the crankshaft. This is the crankshaft on a 250 Maico, which is the same basic as the 400 and the 450 and the 501. The only difference is the location of this hole here, where the pin goes. That's what changes the stroke on them. 400 and 450 is the same, 501 is different than 250. Different. But anyhow, we're going to assemble this, and when I press this together, then you have to true it. People get confused with balance and truing, which is two different things completely. We're going to true it. We're not going to balance it. We're going to true it. And what we do is after we put it all together, which I'll show you basically how it goes, then you put them on the jig, and then you put these dial indicators up against, and we run them on here where the bearings go, and we got to get it down. I try to get it as close to 0 as I can. Sometimes you can't, but I don't let them go out. Anything over 1,000, I won't go over 1,000. So I'll work on it until I get it. So basically, how this goes together: press, of course. Once you get all this pressed together, there's different tolerances here. I like between 14 and 18 thousandths. Once you get it all pressed together where you want it, then you have to true it. Like I said, we're truing it. And how you true it is really, really crude. And you hit it with a big brass hammer, and you use a big brass hammer. Big brass hammer. And you hit it with that, you wedge it, depending on which way it is. If it's this way, or if it's this way. That's what you have to do. If it's this way, you have to hit it with a brass. If it's this way, you have to hit it with, you have to chisel it. And then sometimes you have to put them in a vise and pinch them together too. So it depends on which way. You got 4 ways to balance, to true. So that's basically, I just wanted to go over that real quick with you before we do the
Okay.
transmission. Okay.